Hi, so today I want to talk about this beauty, which is the Steam Deck, and give my honest thought process after using it for quite a long period of time now. It's probably coming up to maybe a year. I could be a little off with that, but I have used it for a very long period of time. Hello, so today we're going to talk about this absolute beauty, which is the Steam Deck. It's coming up to almost a year that I've had mine now, and I thought I didn't want to make a video on it straight away because I wouldn't really know what it was like, how it was worked, how it held up, and portability, and all the good stuff that you need to know if you want to buy one. So I thought now that it's come out to a year, I think it's safe to say I've played with it long enough to know my thoughts and opinions on it and whether other people should get it or not. So for mine, I got the order that comes with the case. I got the second most expensive bundle. Me and my boyfriend both pre-ordered at the same time. He got his first, but he got the most expensive one. And honestly, case is the same. Haven't noticed a difference in performance between the two of them, but I do use mine more than he uses his. Case quality is exactly the same. It has this little strap, so when you actually put the Steam Deck in, instead of like mucking it all up, you just kind of like lift the strap and push it out. But I don't really use it, to be honest, because it's just easier. And yeah, the case is perfectly fit for the Steam Deck. There is nowhere to put games because you don't need to put games in here, and there's nowhere for accessories because I'm not really sure what accessories you would use for this. Maybe you could get a portable keyboard or mouse and whatever to connect to it. That'd have to both be wireless, as there's of course no USB ports or anything. But I personally haven't used that because I just have my boyfriend's computer over there that I can steal if I want those things. So I've put a case on mine, just because I don't know, I just wanted it to look a bit cuter, a bit more unique to me. And one of the stickers I designed, but underneath it's just matte black, and it looks really smart, and I think a lot of people would just be happy with the design. And there are many places online that sell cases, and you can customize the cases, you can get button covers, so you can make it as cute or terrifying or whatever your style is as you want. I think a very large positive of the Steam Deck is it's a lot cheaper than custom building a PC. So if you're wanting to access PC games, and there are a lot of games that are limited to just PC, you can play them all on the Steam Deck. Well, most of them if they're compatible, which most of them are, or they're at least playable and being worked on, being made compatible. Sometimes they will mark the games as either compatible, non-compatible, or playable. If it's playable, it means like the text is really small, but there is actually a thing that you can do where you zoom into the text. I can't actually remember, but I think was another button, an X, but I can't remember how to do it. Hello, by the way. But it's really easy to work around. I played The Sims 3 on here. I've played Deep Rock Galactic, a lot of chunky story games. It really does hold a lot. It's also great for indie games. It's so cute. In terms of it being portable, that's a tough question because to me it's far too heavy to just carry around with you casually. I think if you're going on trips where you're going in hotels, long stays, holidays, things like that, and you want to have access to your gaming library, then it's perfect for you. But if you wanting this to like take to school, work, general days out, it isn't great just because it's so hefty. And it takes up a lot of space. Like, this is it compared to my hand, and it's a lot larger than the Switch, and when I moved back onto my Switch it felt so tiny and I just didn't want to use the Switch anymore, to be honest. As well, in terms of battery life, it isn't wonderful, I have found. for me personally, the battery life drains super quick, even when I'm playing low quality indie game like Coral Island. It's a oh my god, what do you call them? It's not released yet fully. It's like pre-release. It's only a tiny little indie game, and it really does not take much to run, but it drains the battery. It goes from 100% to 20% within the space of an hour, if that. I don't know if that's something I've done to the Steam Deck, but I've just found that the battery life is absolutely awful, especially when you compare it to the Switch and battery life of controllers on PlayStation and Xbox and stuff like that. So that's one negative that I have to say about it. So it tells you that it's charging by this little white light here. However, I am extremely worried because it's not turning on, no matter how long I hold the button for. Oh, there we go, thank god. It's not broken. It does scare me sometimes when it takes a while to do that. In terms of sound, the volume is very good on it. You can also connect headphones to it, including wireless headphones if you have those. So lots and lots of options for sound. If you're wondering if you can mod games, I'm 99% sure that it is completely certain, because this acts as just a mini PC realistically. I personally haven't modded anything yet. I would like to mod The Sims 4 at some point. I just haven't had the energy to do it. But there are lots of tutorials all over YouTube on how to mod it. If you are like me and you're a console player of The Sims and you want CC and things, you can access it via the Steam Deck. So yeah, I just haven't done it because I've spent hundreds on PlayStation for Sims DLCs, and I can just mod it on here, and it just makes me feel guilty about abandoning my Sims on PlayStation. I also spent hundreds on the PC version and didn't bring it over to this, so that's fun. But yeah, you get your own little Steam profile. If we open it up, view profile, you can customize it however you want. I've got a little mushroom badge. Customization isn't as good as it would be on PC, but there is still customization there. Can see my games and trophies and whatnot, and my boyfriend's inappropriate Steam messages on my public profile. Thanks, Callum. There are tons of games that you can access. There's free ones, there's expensive ones. Google Chrome is on here for modding and whatnot, so it's pretty easy to access. And any games that you have on Steam already, you just log into your Steam account and they will all be here. If you're new to it, I recommend using a site called Humble Bundle. All of the money goes to charity and you get lots of very cool games for a low price, really. You just kind of pay what you want to pay. There's so much stuff on it. Storage isn't great if you're wanting a lot of chunky games, because I'd recommend going for the higher priced one. See, I have GTA. I don't know if I have it installed anymore. Okay, it's updating. I have GTA, but I tried to have GTA and install another chunky game. I can't remember which one it was, and it just wouldn't let me. But bear in mind, I've got The Sims 3 with all DLC, as well as GTA, and then all these other games on here. It's quite a few. It's not an impressive library because I only play like the few that I wanted to, really. But if you're specifically a cozy gamer, I think this is great. It's definitely cozy for you. But it depends whether you're a dedicated one or casual player. If you're a casual player, I don't recommend this. I recommend the Switch. It's a cheaper alternative, easier, more portable. I don't know, the Switch to me is just better if you're more of a casual gamer. For people who are very into their gaming and game often, then definitely the Steam Deck, as it's just like a mini computer in a shape of a really big Switch, and there's access to so many games. But if I show you about the compatibility of it, this one says playable. It says that, and then you click on it and it says this game shows mouse, keyboard or non-Steam Deck controller icons. That's really easy to work around. You can just use this as a mouse pad and it will do whatever you need for you. So that's not a problem at all. And then if we find another game that's possibly more playable, yep, Calico has a green tick next to it. It's verified playable. So before you buy games as well, you can spot whether or not they are going to be compatible or not with the device. Some of them will come up red. I'm pretty sure I downloaded PUBG, but yeah, it's completely unsupported, which is a shame. It's because of unsupported anti-cheat. So I really hope they release anti-cheat onto the deck, because there is a few games that people get to miss out on because of the lack of anti-cheat. But I'm not certain, but pretty sure they said that it would be coming in the future at some point, as it's still early days for the device. By the way, this is actually how this works. I was holding it the wrong way to show you before. I'm very sorry. So yeah, from someone who isn't a big technical nerd expert and just enjoys games and wants to play them, I think the Steam Deck is a really great investment. It definitely chunked my bank account for like a year, but it's so worth it. There's so many cool games, access to so many games, and you don't have to worry about a new game getting announced and being like, oh no, I can't play it because it's exclusive to PC, because I've got my mini PC here. And yeah, me and my boyfriend can play PC games together while he's actually on his PC, and I can just sit next to him with this. So it's really great. And let me know what you think. Do you recommend the Steam Deck to anyone? Do you want a Steam Deck? I don't know. I'll see you later.